saying that in 2021, Minnesotans were 5 times more likely to move to Florida than the other way around. Here with reaction, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. I know you probably have had little or no sleep the last week or so because of Hurricane Debby. How are things on the ground?
We're doing well, Sean. It was a Category 1 as Florida standards go. That's about as minimal as we get. It did leave a lot of water, so we are monitoring flooding situation. We're going to continue to provide relief. That's just what we do. We're wired for this, and everyone's doing a really good job. But I'll tell you, seeing that news this morning, I was leaving the Emergency Operations Center in Tallahassee, and I think to myself, you have a vapid San Francisco Democrat leading the ticket. And now they put in this guy, Walz, who's basically an Ilhan Omar-style, very leftist Democrat from Minnesota, has the most liberal record of any governor in the country. Is that what the American people want? The San Francisco experience where homeless are defecating in public on the sidewalks, the Minnesota experience where cities are burning down. And Governor Walz was derelict in his duties to sit back and allow those cities to burn. Kamala Harris was egging it on, and she even raised money to bail people out. So, yes, a Harris-Walz ticket is Make America Burn Again. But I watched his speech, Sean, and this guy's a shyster. I mean, he's saying these things. He claims, oh, leave your neighbors alone. It's none of your business. This is the guy that set up a snitch line during COVID for neighbors to inform if somebody was violating his draconian COVID restrictions. He claims people should be able to make whatever healthcare decision they want, yet he, as governor, mandated the experimental COVID-19 jab. And then he says Republicans are weird, yet this is the governor who put tampons in the boys' bathroom throughout Minnesota schools. Give me a break.
There is the X nickname going around, Tampon Tim, Make America Burn Again. I don't know which one's going to win out, but one of those is probably right up there. Maybe we'll put up a poll on Hannity.com and get the right answer. But I will tell you, not only are they both radical and extreme, there's another component to this, Governor, is their economic policies, to me, are dangerous. Their immigration policies are dangerous. Their energy policies, to me, are dangerous. Their policies on law and order and safety and security, they're dangerous. You have the courage not to say illegal alien or have the courage not to say radical Islamic terrorism. That, to me, is dangerous. And that's who they are. If there's anything surprising about today, and you tell me if I'm wrong, it's the fact that she chose a political, a soulmate here of hers, somebody that just agreed with pretty much every radical position she has. That surprised me. And what does it say about the Democratic Party if there's no room for Josh Shapiro because, well, the pro-Hamas radical anti-Semites that Van Jones was talking about will get pissed off?
Well, they talked about her not picking Shapiro, and the question was she bending a knee to the pro-Hamas caucus in her own party? And I don't think that's the case. I think she is part of the pro-Hamas caucus in the Democratic Party. This is who she is. Governor Walz is in many ways a mirror image. And so she represents San Francisco leftism. He represents that same philosophy, but he's actually done it in Minnesota. That's why we've had so many people move to Florida. I think since he's been governor, they rank in the top 10 states for population loss on net. Florida is the #1 state for population gain on net. But here's I think the issue that we Republicans have to face. Everything you said is right. Everything I said is right. It is the most left-wing ticket in American history, but we've seen how the media has treated this race since Joe got sidelined. They are trying to turn Kamala into this cultural phenomenon. They are not going to report on his liberal positions, the fact that he gave driver's license to illegals, the fact that he wanted to buy ladders so that illegal aliens could hop over the border wall and get into this country. They're not going to talk about any of those radical positions. They're going to dress him up as a moderate. They're going to say, oh, it's just a football coach, just a teacher, talks about being a veteran. Sean, I'm an Iraq veteran. They talk more about him being a veteran in 24 hours than the mainstream media has ever mentioned that about me my entire time as governor. So that's what we're up against. This is going to be a total
How do you counter
job.
that?
on behalf of the corporate media. You counter it by getting out there and speaking the truth. You get it out there by talking to your friends, going door to door, and you get it out, quite frankly, by paid media, us being able, with our groups on our side, talking about the truth. We have people like Tim Walz and Kamala Harris, in their own words, taking the most far-left positions imaginable. It's our responsibility to educate the American people on that, and if we do that, we'll win.
We have the Kamala files on Hannity.com. Tomorrow we'll have up the Walz files, and people can download it, share it with their friends, their neighbors, their coworkers, strangers. I don't care who they share it with, but the media is not going to do it. That part, I think you're 100% right on. I think J.D. Vance was right as well. Governor, I know it's been a tough week for you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.